It looks like.
Starting.
Dicejunkies live stream popped up on mine.
Oops. Apparently. Are we live? I guess, I mean, it's showing here, but I don't know if it actually went live or not. I'm going to assume, I guess, that we are live.
All right.
You know what? Good way to check your phone, see if we're live.
You know, what do I need to do?
I mean, just go to YouTube, man. You are the most untech savvy person. Go to Dicejunkies.
I'm not a media guy, dude. There's a search option. All right, Dicejunkies. You still got it on?
Yeah. Here, let me see.
There's something about live on there.
Dicejunkies. Yeah, I don't know. I wanted to see if it was just showing our. It was actually showing us being. Okay, yes, we are live.
Okay.
So, all right, guys. Well, hey, let's see. I said we were going live at 4. We've actually got 15 minutes before it gets started. So, but people are coming in. It's 2017. We survived.
Barely.
Oh well, you know.
I mean, we'll see. We made it through 2017. We hit 2018, people. For now.
For now.
We might even make it out of January, man. You know, it might happen.
The apocalypse hasn't happened yet or anything like that.
No. Apparently, there's a lot of big red buttons being flashed, but nobody's pushed anything yet.
We had good some good movies in 2017. Some good games.
Something changed. I like that.
Yeah, I subtle as a chainsaw.
All right, let's jump on to something else. Wait a minute, what good movies? You know my opinions about the movies.
There was good movies. I'm sure there was good movies.
There's a lot of debate going on about that. I think YouTube's got enough arguments rotating about movies, though.
Let me see what movies came out. I mean, the debatable one that came out at the end of 2017 is The Last Jedi. Mm-hmm. It had mixed reviews.
We got a group of friends that liked it. We got a group of friends that didn't like it. It's seems to be 50-50. We haven't seen it, so I mean, we can't weigh in.
Tell me this. What about this one, Logan? Logan was actually pretty good, especially if you take it out of the X-Men universe and you just
they kind of did
that. You just view it as a movie and forget about the X-Men universe. It was actually a good movie.
It was the closest to being in theme with what I would expect from a Wolverine movie yet. Sadly, of course, it would be the last one. But it was like it was made for people that were fans of Wolverine, and that it was an adult, it was dark, it was gritty, it was nasty, and it was violent. And that's what I expect from a Wolverine movie.
Yeah. Well, I mean, also if you go into like they even redid it to where it was like black and white, and a movie that can work as black and white. I mean, that's pretty good. Let's see what else. What else we have? There was I don't know. I remember seeing a couple of things.
I mean, Thor Ragnarok was awesome.
Thor Ragnarok was funny. That's another one that came out in 2017. Mm-hmm. It was funny. The movie itself was lackluster to me. Like the story was
going to Thor movies for a story, man. That was a mistake on your part. Don't blame the movie that you showed up thinking that like they were gonna tell a story or something. I was like, nah, man.
Well, anytime I go to see a movie, I expect it to be a story and a decent one.
You must be disappointed a lot. You must get a lot
disappointed a lot. I find myself to be disappointed quite often in the theater.
I showed up to Thor Ragnarok wanting to see Hulk beat up Thor, and he gave me a pretty solid beat in there. It was good. Hey, what about the Emoji Movie, man?
I did not watch the Emoji. Did you watch the Emoji Movie?
I respect myself too much.
All right then.
Bright
on Netflix. That was.
I mean, that was one of our subjects we want to talk about. Is Netflix killed in 2017, man?
You know, I think they actually had a lackluster 2017 myself.
Dang, man, you are hard to satisfy.
Well, no, it's they did hit well
the Defenders
with several shows, but they also missed with several.
Yeah,
I mean, Iron Fist.
The only one they missed with that was important to me is I really hate that Iron Fist was not really that good. But was it so terrible I couldn't finish it? No. And I think that they kind of acknowledged that. The Defenders made it very clear that they knew Iron Fist sucked. They practically said it more than once to the camera, like, you suck, you are the worst Iron Fist. I think they were talking to us. They were apologizing.
Yeah, well, they need to apologize better.
I mean, when you're doing a lot of original content, you're going to have hit or miss. I can't fault them for the miss because it's like, that's what happens. You know, you try 30 different things, you can't expect to have 30 hits. But they did a lot of stuff I cared about well.
You talk, I mean, to me, Bright was a miss. You know, and this was their, 2017, their first real movie debut was a miss. Now,
finding out that Bright didn't really come from anywhere, though, I got a little bit less upset about it. I went out to look for material on Bright, and I hear they put out something later. But I thought Bright had came from something. Like, it was actually like, this is a graphic novel, or this is a comic. But no. It was just them shooting a random shot, and they bricked it.
Taking something, and then going and bringing something to it. I mean, whether it came from nothing or not, it still didn't do well. It didn't do well explaining itself. They had to add all this supplementary stuff to try to explain the movie to you. That's bad movie making, period.
Again,
the supplementary stuff makes it better, but that doesn't mean that the movie still wasn't bad.
It was a bad movie. But again, like I said, I don't fault them because they're just throwing stuff out there. I mean, I'm glad they tried. It was an interesting concept. I want to see more in that genre. I like the idea of urban fantasy.
Mr. Max McCool over here actually says, yeah, Netflix is kind of a shotgun effect. They throw out so much stuff that something's got to hit. And that was 2017. They threw out a lot of stuff.
And they're giving new things a chance. So I understand where you're coming from, but the problem is that we have so much rehashing of old crap. No imagination, nothing new, nothing original, that I have to support them going for it because we're not seeing it in the theaters. We're not seeing it from the major studios. The best we're getting, the closest thing to original we're getting is reboots. Yeah. We're not getting new heroes.
I get what you're saying, but all I'm saying is 2017 in particular, maybe not the best year. Like I said, I think they did a lot better, like better than Defenders and better than with Luke Cage. Luke Cage was awesome.
2016 was an awesome year for Netflix.
With Jessica Jones, the Purple Man. Boom, man!
I finally became a David Tennant fan. All y'all out there, he got me on board. I wasn't feeling that like old Converse, whatever.
I didn't really care much for Jessica Jones, but the Purple Man made that series.
David Tennant, man, is way better as a villain.
So all I'm saying is 2017, giving Netflix props for it, maybe they deserve props for other things. I'm just saying maybe
they beat out everybody else, because honestly, we didn't get a lot of new stuff in 2017 that was worth that time.
Yeah. No, I could see that. I mean, we got one series from Hulu that was, I thought, pretty good that we've been watching. The Runaways has been a fun watch.
It's still rolling, but you're right. It
started 2017. It's still going now.
Man, they've done some original stuff with that. That is an example of them redoing the story, and I'm liking the changes. I own the Runaways trade, the original comic, and while I liked it, there was one character I thought did kind of wrong. I didn't kind of like where they went with them. And the new version has gotten me on board. I was a big Alex Wilder fan. I liked Alex Wilder up until certain plot events. And the Runaways, this is a spoiler, they went a different direction so far. And I'm liking the new direction they're going.
Yeah. Let's see. What else? We had, I did forget that we had a new season of Stranger Things from Netflix. So that was...
See? No, completely not 2017. And also, you got to think that a lot of comedy stand up.
Now that we've sort of moved over into TV series and stuff, we watched Legion. Remember that crazy train wreck?
I'm still not sure what happened in Legion. I'm not 100% sure that we weren't high when we watched that. Because, like, it did not make sense even at the end.
Yeah, dude. Legion... I think Legion needs you to be high or stoned or something.
Oh, no, man. If you were high when you watch Legion, you will not remember who you are. You in that yourself being like,
Oh, we had a new season of Game of Thrones. I know you don't watch Game of Thrones, but I thought this season was excellent for 2017.
I saw the important part. Red Wedding. Best episode.
Yeah, that's an old one, but it was
still the best episode.
Yeah, no, I'm not arguing the fact there. It was definitely good.
I think you said you checked out The Gifted, didn't you?
I did check out The Gifted. I just couldn't feel it. It felt a little young for me. Like, I just could not. You know, I don't know. It was a weird mixture.
I remember you telling me you thought it was made more for kids. It wasn't really the older fans.
I mean, it deals with some rough situations and stuff, but the writing just seems young, you know? So it's like they're trying to be an adult show, but they're using...
Bad writing?
Bad writing.
You still don't know who the Dark Lord is and what the heck that's about?
Yeah.
There was so much potential in that show. we went back to Bright, if y'all didn't catch that. Like, the whole time we were watching Bright, we were just going like, there's potential here. But what the flip? They never even told you what the prophecy was. They kept mentioning prophecy. They never told you what the flip the prophecy was.
Yeah.
Like, my bad.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. We can go on about Bright all day, man.
Oh, let's see here. What else we got? I think that's it for what we want to talk about with movies and TV. I can't think of anything that just blew me away, though. You know, there was a new Star Trek. We have some friends who have a Star Trek Discovery podcast.
STD.
STD podcast.
They've been following that.
They've been following it. I haven't followed it much, so.
Oh, man, we need to check in with them, too, man, about the new Doctor Who. The new Doctor's supposed to be out?
No, that's not out yet.
Oh, they just on Christmas.
No, well, on Christmas they did do the regeneration and everything to show the new Doctor, but it was like that much of her, you know.
It's like boom and out.
But yeah, we did have a Doctor Who Christmas episode. I am a Doctor Who fan. It was another episode, man. I don't know.
Big Doctor Who fan. You gave so much information there.
Well, I'll be honest, dude. The last couple of seasons of Doctor Who, I just haven't been feeling. So, you know, I keep watching it because of the nostalgia effect of growing up with Doctor Who and stuff.
That is true.
But
I keep a cursory awareness of it just because I can't help it. I grew up, like you said, watching the Fourth Doctor. And it's like, you just don't want to abandon it. Friends with STDs.
That must be Al, being that it's from our own account.
Mr. Damien Fleece.
Yeah, Mr. Damien Fleece. But
we lost a few people in 2017. Wasn't quite the train wreck 2016.
You want to go into that? You want to go into? You know, I was sort of waiting. I was waiting for 4 o'clock for that one because I really wasn't. Because we did post we weren't starting this till 4, and it's.
We do what we want, man.
It's 3:56 now, so I
act like we got rules and a schedule.
Oh, I try.
We were supposed to be on Twitch at 3:30. If you want to get technical, I'll bring it up. Like, hey, we're on YouTube because Twitch is dead.
I added that in the title that Twitch is down.
Well, technically, we're supposed to be 30 minutes in.
There's Mr. Clarence Brown. Guardians of the Galaxy 2 came out this year. See?
Yeah, and Wonder Woman. I gotta admit, DC was good. That was good for DC. Wonder Woman, they needed
Wonder Woman was the only thing good for DC. You know,
yes.
They sort of screwed
comics
themselves.
now. I hear the comics is doing good.
Oh yeah.
But
Spider-Man.
Homecoming
was pretty good. Yeah.
I like the new Spider-Man. You know, every now and then a reboot.
This is why we should do notes
But then it would be too much like a script, and we don't do scripts, we don't do notes.
Yeah.
It's all random.
So appreciate that, Clarence. Good call there.
Clarence is with STDs. He's one of the STDs, isn't
he? He is the main STD.
He
guy.
started the whole STD
like
thing.
he hosts STDs.
I hear they're spreading.
Oh, and of course, Damien's got to go mad with
you know how
Spider-Man.
he feels about Spider-Man. He doesn't like young Spider-Man. He likes a little hair on his chest, apparently. He likes older Peter Parker.
So, all right, so it's 4 o'clock. Let's talk about the sad of.
We should start it off with deaths. Yeah, skulls.
Deaths of 2017. Well, okay, look, I feel sorry for some of these. Anytime somebody dies, it sucks. But to die in 2017, this super politically charged year, that so many deaths actually got overlooked, I think.
We went down this list, and I was shocked how many people I forgot had died, because it's like right after that, something crazy got tweeted, and I was like, wait, what? And then you forget about the death. They've been overshadowed. But we lost a couple of big people. Yeah,
so, first one off the bat that hit me was John Hurt. Once again, Doctor Who fan, and John Hurt, of course, he was also in, I think, Alien and several other movies. But recently, he portrayed the War Doctor. And it was awesome. He was on point. Like, after watching that, I was like, I want him to go back and do more episodes with John Hurt. And, of course, he passed this year, so that never happened.
Last year, yeah.
Last year.
Now, oddly enough, some of y'all remember this. Y'all were night owls like me. I grew up with Nick at Night. So I actually was rather disappointed in finding out that Mary Tyler Moore died. Just because, I watched a lot of that, man. Dick Van Dyke Show, Lucille Ball. I'm dating myself, but it was late night. They would play Nick at Night.
Yeah.
And they played all those old shows. And I was like, oh, man. The old guard.
No, John Hurt was 77. Mary Tyler Moore is 80. I am bringing up these ages for a reason, because if you do notice this year, at least unlike last year, a lot of these deaths we're going to be talking about are people higher in age.
And only our musicians kind of broke that streak. But most of these actors died of basically the equivalent of natural causes.
Yeah. Let's see. Who else did we have? Richard Hatch was Battlestar Galactica.
Bill Paxton.
That was a pretty big one. He was only 61, so he was a little on the younger side. But let's see, we have Chuck Berry. 90 years old.
Yeah, he got up there. By the way, we're skipping a lot of people. If you know somebody we're not mentioning, it's because we didn't recognize them.
Yeah, we didn't recognize them. Wasn't
Don Rickles.
Don Rickles.
I mean, he was 90, but man, I love Don.
Oh man. So today we feast Hot Ones. Had an episode with Full House guy, Danny Tanner.
Yeah.
I should know him right now.
I remember he tried to do stand-up comedy and it was so. Oh, wait a minute. I guess I shouldn't.
Did funniest home videos. Anyway.
Yeah. Y'all know the guy.
Anyway, he talks about Don Rickles some in that episode, and it was interesting to hear the way he talked about him.
Dude, Don Rickles was a hilarious guy.
It sounded like he had his humor all the way to the end. So
I believe it.
A true comedian there. True comedian. Charlie Murphy.
That was one of the ones I didn't see coming. Yeah, Charlie Murphy.
57. But he's Eddie Murphy's older brother.
Charlie Murphy told those hilarious stories on the Chappelle Show.
He was also the guy who told the most hilarious stories on the Chappelle Show.
Talked about Rick James and Prince. Oh my God.
Bob Saget. That's who I was trying to think of.
Hold on. How many people just noticed the creepy thing I just realized?
What?
Both Rick James and Prince are also dead. And now Charlie Murphy's dead. Who else did Dave Chappelle talk about on his show or have on his show, man? That's kind of odd that I just put that together like, whoa.
Yeah, he came back from his 12-year stint and people just start...
Revenge of Chappelle? Okay, let's stop.
Yeah. Chris Cornell. Now, this is one that hit me. Soundgarden's Chris Cornell, age 52. You know, big key figure in the 1990s grunge scene.
Yeah, we listened to his songs all day, man. We were playing them on the devices.
So, so I was sad to see him go. And like I said, at a young age.
Some musicians, like I said, that kind of surprised us this year. Most of the actors were up there.
Yeah. Let's see.
Oh, now Adam West. The Bright Knight.
Now, once again, 88 years old, though, so.
I mean, he was working all the way up to the end. You know, he was on Family Guy as the mayor. All the way up to the end, man. I mean, you know, he was, and just as hilarious. I mean, it was a surprise just because he seemed so lively. You know, you didn't even see any signs of slowing down.
The day he passed, the number of people with the bomb over the head, running Batman scene, you know, that gift just flooded all the forums. And
it will, you know, R.I.P. Adam West, man.
Yeah.
That's one I think got you there, too. Didn't you? Weren't you a Chester Bennington?
Chester Bennington, only 41. But Linkin Park, which another band of my youth, you know, growing up, Linkin Park.
I'm not that old. Was it that long ago Linkin Park would be? Your band of years fly away.
I mean, he was once again 90s, you know.
Yeah, I guess so.
So
I'm old, dog.
Maybe 2000s, early 2000s, but yeah. I mean,
man, I would not want that to be the only thing I was known for.
What's that?
I ain't gonna be rude, man. Don't the bad guy, but like he was known for this. Like, I wouldn't want that to be the one thing that I'm known for.
I mean, he got on a celebrity list of deaths, so at least
that was.
He's more well known than you.
Dick Gregory,
funny
comedian. Really social.
Yeah,
comedian. A lot of social commentary. We saw some on him. Jerry Lewis. I thought Jerry Lewis was gonna live all of us, man. Jerry Lewis, 91.
Yeah, I actually thought Jerry Lewis was already dead when he died. So I was. What, man? He's been looking really old for a while.
Yeah, but he did it all of a sudden too. Because I mean, he like for the longest he seemed to be not aging, and then it just kind of caught up with him.
Yeah.
But I used to watch all Jerry Lewis stuff back in the day
he
too.
Died
He used
91.
to come on. You know, black and white.
But let's see who else we got that we care about.
Wow, the number of people we just been like. Now there's some people that are looking through a list right now, going like, they're not mentioning any of these mofos.
Harry Dean Stanton from Repo Man.
Oh yeah, that was one of your boys. I remember you mentioned.
Yeah, very cult classic there.
Don't act like you know who that is.
Oh, who? What?
You know, you're over here looking like, I'm like, maybe I should bring him up. You did not know. No. Oh, now here's our boy. First and original Playboy, Hugh Hefner.
91 years old.
And 91 of His years are worth all of ours. Hugh Hefner's years, 91 of his years are worth more than all our years put together.
Yeah, Damien screaming Roger Moore, dudes. Don't forget Roger Moore. So, Roger Moore.
Sure. Yeah, Damien says Roger Moore. Now, slide up, man. You skipped somebody. Now we got to bring up Monty Hall, man.
Monty Hall.
Let's 96. Make a deal. You remember him?
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I didn't recognize him from the picture. And I'm back.
That was a big show for a while, though. Let's make a deal.
Yeah, I'm familiar with the show. Right there, then, we got Tom Petty, 66 years of age.
Another one I had to go back and play his music, yeah.
Man, the man didn't I mean, now his death was one that was back and forth. I mean, they announced he was dead, then they came back and said, no, he's not dead, you know, and then he died again. So, I mean, he was so much of a showman that even in death, he had to do an encore.
So Ralphie May surprised us by passing away. I was actually a big fan. I've seen all of Ralphie May stand-up.
You gonna leave me hanging like that, man?
Right, yes. I mean, he was known for his comedy being... What I liked about Ralphie May is he had no problem saying whatever he wanted. He
45 years old, really young.
I mean, have you really heard his
yeah,
he said what he felt, and he didn't believe in being, like, politically correct, but he wasn't offensive. He just said what he felt like. You tell a joke. You know what I'm saying? And I like that. We need more people being able to talk the way they want to talk and not having the issue of just being cut down because everybody... Oh, Robert Gilliam?
Well, I was letting you finish with...
Well, you know, yeah. Okay. I mean, I was just saying. I like Ralphie May's comedy.
Next, we also have
Fats Domino.
Fats Domino died at 89. Now, Fats Domino, great musician, rock and roll, piano.
So we lost some good musicians, man. Music's leaving us. We're left with these Katy Perrys and Taylor Swifts and what's that little scrawny chick? Keep twerking.
Oh,
Hannah Montana. Yeah, Hannah Montana.
That's not a real name, but Miley Cyrus.
Oh, that's Hannah Montana. Oh my! You're telling me those are the same person? They are, man. I think.
Or maybe thinking the wrong people.
No, I think Miley Cyrus is Hannah Montana. Well, she was Hannah Montana.
I really don't care. So let's move on to Robert.
Robert Gilliam was that was our famous butler. What was the name of the show though? Benson. Benson?
Huh?
What was the name of the show though? Who was the butler on?
Oh.
He did it on 2 different sitcoms, but I remember I actually saw the original one way back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man,
I'm not gonna make any comments because if I get them wrong, I get the all black guys look alike comment thrown at me. So
I'll be like, wasn't he on the Fresh Prince? You know, just really mess it up. Like, yeah, you was that dude on Fresh Prince? No, I don't do that. Unless I'm wrong, that's gonna be real bad if it was like.
Wait, no, you really
no. He was not the butler on Fresh Prince.
Oh. All right, let's see. We had, some sports people.
John Hillman. You're talking about John Hillman, yeah Magnum
PI.
From back in the day. I remember Magnum PI.
Yeah.
Benson, it was Benson. Boom. And Miley Cyrus, we don't care what her real name is.
All right.
Wrecking Ball, we'll just call it that.
Cameron? All right. Nope, not going to happen.
Well, those are people. I'm pretty sure somebody recognizes most of these people.
Yeah, I mean, like
that's a sports guy.
David Cassidy died.
What sport is that? I don't even tell you what sport he was on.
Yep. So that's all that's it for me, man.
That's all the people that I can. You see, we guessing on the ones with Colin.
Yeah, and I mean, Damien's not here to hit us up on the folks we missed. So.
Oh yeah, his old buddy. Remember everybody.
Yeah.
He grew up with Dick Van Dyke, didn't he?
oh, wow.
See, look at this, Malcolm Young. Who the heck's Malcolm Young?
Yeah.
Bet you he's 90 years old.
Right.
The fun part is the stream's a little behind, so he hasn't heard that yet.
Yeah.
It's going to hit in just a moment.
Yeah.
So what else we got? 2017. We talked about people that died.
We talked about deaths. We talked about movies. What about the games of 2017, man? I mean, we like gaming here. We talk a lot about gaming.
Pull up the list. Let's shoot them down.
I mean, what have you played this year, man?
A little bit of everything, dog. As much as we game, you know how hard it is to ask me to pull up a list of everything I played? Shoot.
But I mean, Destiny 2 was big this year. Now I did not play Destiny 2.
I did play Legend of Zelda, as y'all know. Breath of the Wild.
Yeah, no,
really fun game.
Got a huge.
It got a lot of Game of the Years, and it deserves it. I mean, even the stuff in it that annoyed me did not stop me from playing it. And I didn't get into the DLC content, but I hear that the more they added to it, it was a lot of improvements. And I like that because Nintendo usually, could be wrong, has not been overbearing with DLC. But when they put DLC out, it seemed like it was good content. I don't have a problem with DLC. I have a problem with the game being incomplete without the DLC.
Yeah.
You know, I prefer you give me a complete game and then the DLC's fun extras. And Nintendo seems to be, at least on these main titles, doing that.
Yeah.
So
now, PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds, that was a fun one from this year.
You did that one.
I had a lot of fun in that game. I mean, it's a free for all. I'm not the greatest at it, but
you're not really good at any game, so not the greatest. Hey, I'm just saying you're not the greatest. I've seen your Tekken skills. I've seen your
I don't
PUBG skills.
I don't really focus on anything, so I do find myself to be not the greatest at a lot of. But I have fun. And I had fun with PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds.
I did get my hands on it, Injustice 2. You see me playing it at the conventions and stuff. I'll admit that I started off not being a fan, but as they add to the roster, mind you, unfortunately, that's a bit expensive to get everybody. I do admit the additions have been amazing. Like Hellboy. I mean, I never thought I'd see Hellboy in anything but a crappy B game.
Yeah.
Never thought I'd see him in a AAA fighting game. Well executed and well voiced.
A lot of people have talked highly about Super Mario Odyssey.
I've watched a lot of gameplay, man, and I got to say it looks awesome. I'm not a big Mario guy, but it looks top notch,
man. Yeah. Let's see. What else do we have? Now, Middle-earth: Shadows of War. I refuse to play it because of their
we're still
box
boycotting
stuff. I've not bought it, and I will not buy it unless it goes down to maybe like $5, and then I may play around with it. But
it ain't gonna be $5 to finish it. That's the problem.
Yeah.
It ain't like it's the price that's stopping us. It's the extended price. It's my choice if I'm going to pay.
And several people said though, I mean, the game is good up to a point without spending any loot boxes. You can play the game, you get to a certain near story point.
Sounds like a red box. Sounds like a red box, and you red box it for a couple of weeks, and then you send it on back.
But I mean, like I said, if it's cheap enough on Steam or something, I'll pick it up. But
I'm going to put this out there because we got to recognize these indie developers, man. Cuphead is a friggin' awesome game.
Dude, I don't watch people play games because I just personally, whenever I watch a game, I want to jump in and go play it. So I can't watch people play games very often. But Cuphead, it was like watching a cartoon, dude.
It was freaking amazing. And people's reactions, too, was fun. I mean, it's the only game I can actually say I've not merely watched Cuphead. I've watched every YouTuber play Cuphead. Like even not the. I mean, I did not just watch Markiplier and Jack. I watched Markiplier, Jacksepticeye, Lord Minion, several offshoots. That's names. Unfortunately, that's terrible out there. I can't remember. But I mean, I was going down a list of people playing Cuphead. I'm going like, oh, John Wolfe. I watched John Wolfe play it. And I mean, his friend. I think it's Mr. Craven. Like I was just going down a list of people playing Cuphead. Because it was that different. Everybody played differently and reacted differently.
I actually watched some footage of it being played on a old 1960s black and white TV.
Oh, that's tight.
And it was awesome looking. I mean, it was pretty sweet.
So I mean but this just shows you once again. It goes back to if y'all came in before 4:00, originality, new content. That's why I have to support these people and point out when they do it, because we need also new games. We need people to try things because we can't keep going back to Zelda and Mario as the only thing. I want to see more new games coming out because I'm an old dog. I played everything. I need something new, man. Keep it exciting.
Yeah. Talk about exciting. What about a new Mass Effect? A new Mass Effect came out this year, man. That should be exciting, right?
Mass Effect Andromeda. Did it come out this year? I don't think they really got it right until.
No, man, it came out this year. Honestly, I thought a lot of the crap it got was overdone. The game is not finished though. To me, I mean, at the end of the game, it is set up for DLC, and because of a lot of the crap it got,
I hate it got
DLC.
I hate it got taken out. I'll put this. You know what? I'll play both sides of the fence and be fair. A new game is gonna have issues. True. But here's my problem I had with Mass Effect having issues did. It wasn't new enough for the genre. Like, it felt like Mass Effect 3 with a little bit extra added on, which means it should have been cleaner.
Here's my thing. I think a lot of complaints come from it was an EA title. It's a big production title. Because if you look at this game, you look at Mass Effect Andromeda, and you look at the amount of heat it got for the way it played and bugs and stuff like that. But then you go and look at a game like Elix that we've been playing and loving.
Oh, man, yeah. People have been knocking Elix, but I've been having fun with Elix.
I mean, people knock it because of difficulty, not because of the poor, a lot of the clipping and a lot of which was the stuff they were knocking Mass Effect for, was a lot of clipping and bugs and weird movement in places.
But see, that's the problem, though. Elix is a Piranha Bytes game. It's their first fantasy title I believe they've done. So a lot of this is new to them.
Well, no, I mean, they have all
and
those
Mass
titles.
Effect, yeah, but that's a different game style, though,
I mean, everything that they put out is buggy.
True.
So,
but I mean, that's also the good thing about being known for that.
The same thing.
No, that's not a good thing. Because look at Bethesda. Bethesda gets away with murder.
Bethesda gets away with it, too.
Because I'm a hardcore Bethesda fanatic, and they're going to put out a game.
I think Andromeda got as much crap as it did because it was EA. And EA does a lot of stupid stuff, and they already have the attention and the hate from a lot of the people in the industry.
But and so
they just burn them on it no matter... And they ended up killing the game.
But see, but you're not getting what I'm saying. It's like, I look at Oblivion and I look at Skyrim. Skyrim was very different from Oblivion. There was a lot of changes. The engine was extremely different. So I understand it being buggy. Andromeda, Mass Effect Andromeda felt like Mass Effect 3 to me.
And I agree with Damien. You need to shut up about Andromeda because you didn't play it. The game was a good game. It got a bad rap. People deserve better.
That's why they're making a sequel, right?
Well, no. People, it got screwed over. I mean, that's the deal. It got screwed over, man.
Hey, man, I won't hate on it if y'all love it that much.
Play it if you want to bitch about it. That's all I'm saying.
I'm not wasting my money on it. You see how buggy it is? It's like, I'm going to throw my money in a hole in the ground.
Like I said, play it if you want to play.
Now, Elix, that was worth the money.
Now, Elix came out this year, came out in October of this year, and I've enjoyed the heck out of it, too. I think it's buggier than Andromeda.
I ran into a lot of bugs, except for that one, clipping with the companion, and that happens, 3 times.
That's just because you're not paying attention. There's plenty of bugs.
Maybe I just know how to play, and you're just screwing up all the time.
You have a thing where if you swing, you can knock dead bodies, all the way across.
That's never happened.
Miles.
Nah.
Well, you're not.
Again, it's you.
I'm thinking you're just not observant.
Maybe you're having those errors because they're bleeding over from when you downloaded Andromeda. Just messed your whole system up.
I guarantee you, if I go over to your place and watch you play, I'll start pointing out all the errors that you're missing. Now, what I'm saying is, it's a good game. I mean, the same thing happened with me on Andromeda, dude. When I first played Andromeda, I didn't notice the bugs because I was enjoying the game so much. Same thing with Elix. I only started noticing the bugs because I started looking for them because we did talk about doing a review on it. So I started trying to be more observant to them. And yeah, they're there. I don't see them because I enjoy the game, though, and I enjoy the difficulty level and so forth.
I may also be a little into it because I played so many B titles and C titles that I might have just gotten jaded. Because I played a lot of offshoot games looking for something to do. You remember I went to that phase, I was downloading all these free games.
Mm-hmm.
So I may just be that doesn't even register, minor bugs don't register because I've had so many bugs.
Well, true, you were playing Blade and Souls, and that's tough bugging is great, man.
Blade and Souls, man. I downloaded the old Conan Exiles. I mean, I was just looking for a way to be a friggin' necromancer somewhere, and I downloaded a bunch of crap games before I finally got to Grim Dawn, and they decided to release a necromancer.
Yeah. Let's see. Nier Automata came out. That is a game I still want to play that I haven't had.
You've got the right system for it. I don't think it's on Xbox One, is it?
It's on PC.
It's on PC now? Okay.
It's been on PC.
What about Neo? I want to try Neo too. Neo looked awesome.
Yeah, Neo.
But at first I think it was only PS4.
Yeah, they just added it to PC, I think, not that long
ago. Oh, guys, y'all are going to be getting some new reviews coming up then. I
definitely want to check out Neo. Let's see. Anything else that I really want to check out? Did Tekken come out this year?
Was Tekken this year?
Well, I'm asking.
2017. I want to say it wasn't out that long.
Yeah.
I don't think we've had it a whole year. Tekken 7 friggin' or is it 8? So many of them, it's hard to keep up the number. Tekken was friggin' awesome. I enjoy the new Tekken.
There was that game that they should have just never released. Torment, Tides of Numenera. I haven't played it, so I can't comment. I love Torment. Planescape in that game is really, really awesome. And then they finally put out a sequel to it, Torment, Tides of, which is a sequel mostly in name only.
Spiritual successor is the word you're looking for.
There you go. That's and they slaughtered that spirit, man. Man, I was so disappointed. Don't waste your time or money on Torment, Tides of Numenera if you're
dude, they were trying something. Don't hate on them too hard.
No, it's crap.
Okay.
Well, man, we're out.
The intro looked interesting. The whole intro thing. That was cool where you were following.
I got into the game, and I was like, this is the best intro ever. This game is going to be awesome. And maybe that's part of the reason. It's like that sudden hype. I mean, if you answer the questions wrong on the intro, you could end up being dead before you even start playing a game. I thought that was brilliant.
That is cool. Like, all right, you're an idiot.
Your game can be over before you even... Because you're falling from the sky, and it's like you can take a nosedive and just die. Game over.
Congratulations, you did not even start the game successfully. You died at the press of the start button.
Yeah. So with that in hand, I was like, okay, that's awesome. No, I didn't get Wolfenstein 2. I was going to because it was on sale, but I never ended up getting it.
That's all right. You would have been bad at it.
I want to punch you.
I've seen you play shooters, man. I've been there. Ground Zero.
No, you haven't. You've never seen me play.
I've seen you play PUBG.
I was showing you around PUBG. It wasn't actually, but
I know how to die now.
I admit that I'm not that great at PUBG, but I wasn't actually.
In your defense, the guy did catch you in your underwear with no gun that one time, so I was like, okay, that's just.
But don't talk like you know how I fucking play, because you don't.
Oh, we can put it. Are we right here? We can hook up if you want to play me on something. What? I will cap your ass. So what do you want to play?
We'll get it. We'll get some footage later.
Yes, I'm set up. I have to educate you.
I'll show you.
Like you know how to play a shooter.
Get my mouse and keyboard out on you, start sniping.
You don't even know what Halo Legendary look like. You don't know what Halo 3 Legendary look like. You don't know what Gears of War. Insane.
Forget your damn.
You ain't ever played on
your damn controller bullshit. I get you a mouse.
Dang easy mode, mofo.
I'll show you how
this is the last time you put a game on hard. Any game on hard. At all.
Plenty of games on hard.
When's the last time, though?
Divinity Original Sin.
The turn-based. Did you say they kicked your tail? You had to go back to normal doing that?
No. I said I originally played it in normal, and then I switched over, and I was experimenting with builds on hard.
Experimenting with builds.
And I said that the one build that you had done, the... Summoner build is the easiest build there.
It's the best build. Yeah. Lone Wolf Summoner all the way, y'all. Y'all know.
Which is another game from 2017. Didn't need to shout
out. Oh man, the video original Sin 2, much love.
They could have done. Yeah, see, you make them play Tekken, but Xeno whacks your ass. See.
Slick cross-eyed, no shooting tail. We'll see. They keep score on these games. That kill record gonna look like the Tekken record, 30-0.
We'll get on there, man. Well, Quake Champions, man. We can do some Quake Champions.
You want to take me on a Quake?
Yeah, that's my game, man.
I'm gonna have to end our friendship. I'm hurt your feelings so bad.
Alright, so what else we got, man? What else we got? We talked about games, we talked about movies, we talked about deaths. I guess
mainly 2017. The problem is that's all you can talk about because everything else is politics, and we don't do that.
Yeah.
I mean, the year was just kind of overshadowed with stuff.
Well, we moved the studio. We We're in a new place. We actually can't touch the walls anymore by just...
There's room now.
Yeah.
I don't have to be like elbow to elbow with Xenodaemons.
Yeah.
This is good because, already I got to hurt his feelings later on the shooter. We don't need to be right face to face.
We're gonna work on our on our releases. We're gonna try to release more throughout the week with the news and stuff like that. So hopefully you should be seeing 2 or 3 posts a week on different topics we see throughout the week.
Yeah, we missed a few because we get everything set up that happened recently, man. Oh.
Yeah.
But the subject's been beat to death so bad now you don't even want to bring it up. Like,
well, I mean,
YouTube, man, some of the stuff that went down.
Yeah, that thing that we're streaming on right now because Twitch.
Well, not about YouTube.
Twitch is down.
Yeah. Hey, there we go, right on the spot. Twitch is down. There you go, breaking news. It looked like it went down like on the 7th, maybe it started. I know a lot of people right now said they couldn't Twitch.
It just happened really recently. What's today? Today's the 7th. Yeah.
Yeah. So there you go, breaking news from us. Twitch, you can't stream right now.
Yeah, I think that's just breaking all over the place. Because everybody's streaming's like, I guess I'm on YouTube now.
Hey, there's probably people with several screens open, just streams coming in. But
yeah, no, let's do some random encounters then, man.
Random encounters at the new spot.
Yeah,
bring up the dice cam.
Let's see. There it is. There's the dice cam.
Well, your studio, you start us off, sir. Bring up the list.
Right.
Get the list.
Oh yeah, let me pull the list up. Let's put dice. Alright, and let's
bring it on home. Mm-hmm.
Monitor's not working.
Here we go.
Anyway. So we got the list. Let's roll. I'll start us off. So
we get one of these new ones we got on here. We updated the list a little bit.
Yeah. Your head's in the way, man. It's 5. All right. So 5 is super, but not super powered. So this is for all the people out there that doesn't have any superpowers but managed to hang with the big boys,
And we did a superpower highlight, so we said let's go over all the things that aren't superpowers, But like you said, we got people out there that hold their own, and honestly, half the time they're more interesting than super invincible people flying around with capes with about that much character depth.
So let's see. For this year, first super but not super powered. Let's
you told me you had one.
Was Juggernaut a mutant or was it just the armor?
Actually, Juggernaut gained his powers from a magic gem. So technically, he had a superpower, but he wasn't a mutant.
Yeah. Like, once that was removed, he was just a normal person.
Mm-hmm.
So,
the gem of Satorak.
Yeah, so that's one. Now, that armor, man, that was badass. Non-stoppable, just ripped through anything.
And it wasn't as easy as everybody thought. He had to earn that right. You actually find out that the Avatar of Satorak is a title that's won. Several people battle for the title. And the survivor gets to be the Avatar of Satorak. I seem to remember there being literal battles where some of them were fighting to save their village. It wasn't even they were like wanting to be destructive. They were like, I've been told if I do this, my people will be spared. So he's had to fight and earn his title. Mm-hmm. That doesn't quite make him fully a non-superpowered, but since he's had to fight to get the superpower, he is somebody that earned it. He wasn't born Juggernaut, and he's lost the power and had to earn it back on multiple occasions.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I mean, it's not a superpower though. It's a gift. It's an item. It's it's something that.
And it's got a risk. Satorak has taken him over a couple of times, and he's had to fight off the influence Because Satoric is the incarnation of destruction. He's like the phoenix. He's a force of nature.
Yeah.
And imagine trying to not be... That's why I've always found it amazing that Juggernaut really isn't that evil. It's been put forth that Juggernaut's not a villain because if someone else got the gem of Satoric and did not resist the impulses, they would simply cause a constant path to destruction and death. But Juggernaut's got a pretty low kill count and has usually managed to control those instincts. So it's kind of like I'm caging the beast, you know, and, you know, when you think about it, that's like Cthulian, man. You know, I'm holding back the thing that wants to destroy everything.
I remember the comics. He occasionally had a conscience, and I think he helped the X-Men a couple of times. If I remember.
I'm almost sure that there's a comic where Juggernaut literally shows up to the X-Mansion and, like, nobody's there but, like, Jubilee or something. It was something weird, like, he shows up, most of the X-Men are gone, so he just leaves. He's just like, hey, I'm here to fight. Oh. You're the only one here?
No, actually,
it's like just the kids are here, and he's like, all right. And he just like goes like, I'll come back later when Charles is here. And I was like, okay, that's a reasonable dude to be like, I'm not fixing to beat up the kids, man. I'm gonna.
Yeah.
He also said my favorite line ever in one of the cartoons. When the X-Men were trying to fight him, he said, what are you trying to do, embarrass me to death? And that is still my favorite quote. Because all they were doing was pretty much annoying him, and it was awesome. I'll let you pass on that one. Yeah, you're right. It's the gem, and it is an urn, so yeah. Let's hear it for old Jugs.
Go ahead and...
what is it, Marco Kane? Is that his name?
Give us a roll.
Ooh, yeah. Yeah, I'm rolling the black die. We're going to ignore the white die. Going to make it wait its turn in 2018. 14.
So 14 is going to be PC gaming back for good.
All right, yeah, this is one that Zito added to the list here. Basically, this year we see PC gaming, well, actually last year too, we see PC gaming really being the center of, to me, of the gaming movement. Despite consoles' annoying efforts for exclusivity, you know how I feel about PS4. Right now, me and Sony are on bad terms because...
Well, I mean, you've actually seen some exclusivity, though, with... in between PlayStation and Xbox, but it still end up on PC.
Eventually.
Like the console will be like, no, that console can't have it, but PC can. You know?
Usually the PC comes out later, though. But PlayStation 4 specifically is aggressive in its pursuit of exclusive access, at least to keep it off, like you say, the other consoles, and delay the release to PC when they can.
Yeah, most of Xbox's exclusivity, it does end up on PC almost.
Yeah, and the PC exclusive titles almost always get a console release because we don't care. We're like, well, sure, let the console work.
Yeah.
Because the best version's on PC.
Let the peons have some cake too. You know,
our trickle-down economics works. PC trickle-down actually happens. We trickle the game down to you. Here's a version of PUBG. It's kind of shitty, but you know. You can play it.
You know, PC's got better graphics, got better frame rates, but hey,
the reason we said is PC to come back gaming for good is that the main source is that they're killing it on the indie scene, man. Indie games hitting PC are amazing. I mean, I know it wasn't exactly 1017, but Little Nightmares, like we said, Cuphead, a lot of really awesome titles are hitting PC.
Well, you're seeing the indie games hit PC first, and then a lot of them are moving over to Xbox. I mean,
I expect Cuphead to hit consoles, man. I'll be shocked if it don't make its way
PUBG, huge game, was PC only up until December, in which it finally made it to Xbox. Still hasn't made it to PS4. Though PC and Xbox are a little closer programming-wise. So, but yeah, so you see this surge of PC games. You know what I mean? And the reason why is it back is, I mean, for the longest time, PC gaming died.
And consoles were all it was at.
I mean, when Nintendo was at its prime was when PC was at its worst.
Even when the console wars were kicked up and we had Xbox and Nintendo and PlayStation really going at it, PC wasn't really in the mix. But now you're seeing major titles hitting PC.
It was around the second gen of the Xbox and PlayStation, or the PlayStation 3, I guess, and the Xbox 360, that the rise of PC started going up a lot more.
And honestly, even though when we look at the game of the years, you see some console games make it, the real top game of the year is, man, Overwatch. PC games, man. It's Overwatch
Well, also,
and Battlefield.
Because they're PC, Xbox, and PlayStation. I mean, Overwatch is cross-platform.
I think it's biggest on PC, but I could be wrong.
No, I mean, it's huge on PC. Don't get me wrong. But what I'm saying, though, is exclusivity does not necessarily help anybody, especially not.
Of course.
Then again, we did have Zelda that, and PC is superior with modding. You can't even question
even
that.
just the modding. Here's one of the most powerful things PC has going for it. I can go buy Neo for PC, and I don't have to worry about if it's broken. It'll be fixed soon. Patching, fan patching,
Well, fan patching is a big thing on PC.
And fast. I mean, it doesn't take long for them to fix a broken game. And then a company doesn't have to do it. The fans will fix it. They'll be like, yo, man, my name's, JoJo, and I put out a patch.
The fans have fixed Bethesda titles way before Bethesda has. Sometimes Bethesda still hasn't fixed stuff that the fans fix.
At this point, I love Bethesda, but at this point, I think Bethesda just ought to start sending free copies out. Just be like, hey, man, we made a new Elder Scrolls. We're just going to send it to the modders first. You send us back the version we should release. And then send it back, and they'll be like, okay, we're going to send out this one. Put your name in the credits. You got it in PC. There you go. New Daedra.
Yeah.
I'm the Daedra of modding.
That's a brilliant idea, man.
I know, I'm awesome. Bethesda needs to hire me. What do? I come in and I fix your world and make it work.
Do you think this peak of PC gaming is gonna fall? I mean,
I don't think that's possible because the consoles are making dumb decisions, man. I look at the consoles and I mean it's amazing. I used to be such a big console guy, but now when I look at them, I see dumb decisions being made over and over. For example, like the fighting over the licenses, trying to make everything exclusive, constantly releasing new freaking consoles when you barely cooled your heels on the previous console. And then you look at PC, and it's just like PC is going like, play however you want. How do you want to do? You want to go to Steam? You want to download? You want a CD? You want to download the game? You want to play it online? Whatever you want. And people want that freedom and control. Mm-hmm. I mean, there's plenty of PC games that have to be online all the time. But, you're aware of it. You know what those games are. There's plenty of PC games that don't have to be online all the time. But they don't try to do all or nothing.
Yeah.
So I don't think consoles are going to be able to hold it down for much longer. Not to mention the PC's become a entertainment tool in general. I mean, look at us. I watch my shows on my computer. Well, everything in my house is ran by my PC now.
Yeah, TV, everything you watch on your computer. So,
don't talk about that entertainment center. Your entertainment center is your friggin' PC, or it's like a Roku or some miniature device designed for it.
I mean, but that's also a thing with consoles. If you look at the latest consoles, they are becoming more PC-like. I mean, the web browser on my PlayStation 4 Pro is actually a usable web browser, unlike previous generations of consoles.
Yes, but we've also sat down and we realized how bad it works. Is that a great PC?
No, it's not great, but I'm saying it's definitely closer than it ever has been. Like I said,
eventually, consoles are just going to be name brand PCs.
You remember the previous console generations when you went to the web browser and you tried to load up a page and like 90% of the page wouldn't load.
Don't bring back the Dark Ages, sir. We've advanced beyond that.
I mean, we can. You almost have an app on consoles for every.
Offline? Are we not streaming right now?
We are offline. Stream died. Yep.
Yeah, he just linked me to somebody named Chris Jones who's supposed to know his stuff pretty good. So he's got him texting me right now when we're supposed to be live streaming. So I'm like, hey, man. Jump over. We live on YouTube.
Yeah.
We back?
I think we're back for a bit anyway.
Oh, good. All right, cool.
Anyway, we'll get this.